it up for questions for the players, and then we'll finish with players. Both of you raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
Jersey against Oklahoma, you had that steal and you took it in the layup, made some plays. Did that kind of get you going, and then your confidence continued today to contribute the way you did?
Yeah, I think my role on the team is defensive rebounding. Coach has been very adamant about this is what we need from our bigs, what we need from our fives. And so when I go in there, I'm quicker than most posts I play. So I think that's something that I can bring, and the steals kind of get us going.
Flau'jae, how have y'all been able to shoot it so well from three in the last 2 games?
We just been working on our shots. Me and Michaela been getting in the gym with Coach G and Coach Money and just, get in touch, get in feel. So we've been knocking them down.
Flau'jae, for you, you were tasked with guarding Michaela today. Just your mindset coming into today, and how are you able to be so effective and affect her the way that you did?
It was personal. After we lost last year, I took that to heart. And then she went on Twitter talking about I was love for. So I was thinking about that since last year. And I'm a competitor. And so I was like, I didn't care if I scored this game, long as I did what I did on defense. And I tied my career for 4 blocks. So big foe.
Flau'jae, the level that Michaela's playing at, the efficiency, just what have you seen from her? Because, through the first half of conference play, it was kind of up and down, and now she's just taking off.
I think she just finding her consistency is beautiful to watch. She don't get down. She keeps shooting. She keep that confidence. So I love seeing it. Me and her, we just battle every day. We try to get better. She's a pro player. It's just aspects of her game she got to get better at, but consistency is definitely one of them. But her future is so bright, but she just it's sophomore year. You go through that sophomore slump, but I think she's finding it, she understanding, and she's putting more patience into the game. So I'm trying to teach her, what I learned, but she's like years out of here.
Flau'jae, what does it mean to see Jersey kind of come into her own and to have a game like this, especially with the back half of SEC play now?
Yeah, no, it's great. I get on Jersey so much. I be on her. I don't care. Jersey, we need you. Catch the ball. I threw her a dime. She's like, that's a good pass. I'm like, I know. And I was like, you going to catch the next one, though. You know what I'm saying? So, Jersey has an advantage on so many people. She's a tall post, but she can move like a guard. So we just need her to use what she got to her advantage. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good to see her coming out her shell because we need that going into the tournament. And I know how good the posts are on good teams. So I think she's finally understanding it and getting into her rhythm again.
Jersey, great performance today. You had 12.7 rebounds, the most amount of points you had all year long. How does today's performance make an impact moving forward for you and for the team? Is this a strong sign that we'll see more of these performances along the way as you head into March?
Yeah, I think for a few games there I was in a little slump, and the coach did a really good job of kind of giving me that confidence, just keep going, keep pushing, you're going to get over it. I mean, I was off all last year, I didn't get to play a game, so I think I'm finally finding my rhythm again, and I'm finally finding the ball and getting the feel for the game, and I think that's going to continue.
And Jersey, obviously today you knew Samaya wasn't going to play. So, what did that do to your mindset, your approach in this game? That you got to play hard, but you can't get in foul trouble. Just what was that all like? What were you thinking of going into the game?
Coach Starkey, when we prepare, is always talking about playing hard but playing disciplined. I knew that was going to be a big key in this game because we don't have the depth with Samaya being out. So going in there and playing hard, playing aggressive, but also being very disciplined, understanding we cannot get in foul trouble. Especially me, I think sometimes I get myself caught in the post. But I knew just to play straight up and keep playing hard and try not to let them get in front too much.
Got time for a couple more here with the players.
Jersey, how do you sort of stay within yourself? You started some games this year. You've been able to come off the bench and have a role in that way. So it's been kind of fluid a little bit for you. But how have you been able to just stay true to yourself and just sort of trust the process?
I think the coaches provide me with plenty of opportunity, whether I'm coming off the bench or starting. It's just really whatever the program needs, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm willing to do.
Flau'jae, I'm curious over here. Shy, what have you made of how she's played the last few games, and what kind of added element has she brought to you?
Man, I love how Shy's playing. She's trying to get everybody the ball. She's trying to push the pace. She's shooting more, which is good for us because she can make those mid-range shots. And when she starts making those shots, pushing in transition, builds her confidence. They got to guard her. So I think that she's finally getting the feel and understanding what Coach Mulkey wants. And she's still trying to figure it out, but I think she's getting a good understanding. We all learning how to play together. So I feel like we just got to keep building confidence in Shy. She only going to get better and better. She's a good point guard. Like, she sees the floor and she makes the right reads. But in our system, it's just kind of hard. And then you're surrounded by a whole bunch of great players. So it's like, I get the ball. So I think she's really figuring it out for sure.
She had more rebounds than Flau'jae. Put that in the headlines.
She didn't mind.
Grandma Day.
Dang, Flau'jae.
Dang.
You must have been tired guarding.
I wasn't tired. That was easy. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Questions for Coach?
Kim, I'll start with Flau'jae. I thought it was a masterful defensive performance from her. Jacayla's not an easy guard. How was, from your vantage point, how was Flau'jae able to affect her the way that she did today?
Well, listening to a scouting report and what to take away on straight line drives. And then Flau'jae has length. And then when you add the length, when she, gets her hands up and doesn't come down and foul, you're going to have to make a shot against a taller player. And I think she had a career high 4 blocks. Look and see if I'm right. I didn't know it was personal. That was funny. But I don't care what it takes. Motivate yourself. And she's a great player. Jordan's a great player. She's from Louisiana, very familiar with her.
Coach, like I asked Flau'jae about Jersey kind of coming to her own, how important and impactful can she be, especially going with the SEC tournament and NCAA tournament right around the corner?
Jersey, Samaya, they have to create their own identity. Be who you are. Those guys are following in the footsteps of, really, I guess you want to say Angel Reese, right? And they're not Angel Reese, and we don't expect them to be Angel Reese. Do what you are capable of doing. Part of post play that is so important is you got to have good hands. You got to have good hands, and then you got to be super intelligent when you're not going to win a battle of physicality. Where's the ball going to come off? Pull the chair out from under who you're guarding. Don't let them pin you down deep. And those things get better and get better with experience. And that's what we're trying to do with Jersey and with Samaya. Now, Lily, she's got that big body. And so it's a total different thing what we're trying to do with Lily.
Kim, it just so happens Anissa finished the day tied for 7th in NCAA history with Sylvia Fowles on the all-time rebounding list.
Wow, not surprised.
Which is a great milestone, a great achievement. But Sylvia was 6'5", and Anissa is 6'1". How does she get in position all that? How smart is she to make the right plays? How much do you have to compensate for a lack of height to do what she's done?
Well, I've never been down in that position to be able to know what she feels. Her body has to just be beat up. But if you're asking me from a coach's perspective why she can compete like that down deep, one, she never tires. She just, her body, it's just, she never gets tired. Number two, that kid is tough as nails. She is just tough as nails. I mean, you just can't imagine. And lastly, when you're undersized, I would think you have to understand the game. You have to have a tremendous IQ to understand, how am I going to guard somebody bigger than me? How am I going to out-rebound them? Now, some of that out-rebounding is God-given too. That girl can leap out of the gym at that size. But I think it's basketball IQ that she just understands what she has to do in order to be effective. that's me answering it from a coach's perspective, not from being down there and really understanding what Nice goes through every ball game.
Is Michaela in a special league of player in terms of pure offensive, can score almost anywhere on the floor and be able to produce offense almost on her own?
Michaela can play any position on the floor as y'all are watching. You're watching that unfold. She's a perimeter player and can play all the perimeter positions, including point. She's playing the 4 when I go small. I don't like to kind of associate players with other players, but I will tell you a quick story. Someone came to see her play for the first time in person against Oklahoma. And this person has watched women's basketball a long time. And I never thought about this till he said it. He said, she reminds me of Maya Moore. And I had to think about that a minute. Her game is probably like Maya Moore, but she's shorter. Maya could stroke it out there. Maya could defend being a big, strong body. She could post you if she needed to. I thought that was an interesting conversation I had after the Oklahoma game, and y'all probably don't remember Maya. Y'all young little, chickens, hens, whatever. I'm old. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay, y'all remember Maya? Tremendous player. One of the best I've ever had to coach against.
Yeah, Coach, I know earlier in the year we talked about transition defense, and it seems like that's taken a step forward.
It's better, not
How do you
great
evaluate
in spurts of the game. We still don't communicate. We have a tendency to loaf is the word, not go really hard back down on the other end, either after we score or even if it's been a turnover. And our point guard's always going to be back unless they shoot the layup. And I think a lot of it is nothing more than communicating and understanding you can, from foul line to foul line, you cannot get in a loaf trot. You got to run. And it's actually our perimeter sometimes, most of the time, more than it is our post player. So it's those two things. And are we better? We're better. But I want perfect. I want to go watch a film someday, and we have not given up any transition layups or threes. And when they scored, man, they had to work to score it.
Coach, what changes about the rhythm and the flow of the offense when y'all are shooting so well from the 3-point?
Say that again?
What changes about the rhythm and flow of the offense when the shots from 3-point range are falling like they have the last 2 games?
Well, it opens up things a lot for your post play. If you can hit perimeter shots, then it's not so crowded in that paint. Y'all have seen, we see zone just about every game. Just about every game. And I'm like, okay, stay in it. We're going to hit those shots. It makes Morrow, being an undersized post player's job, a lot easier in there. And it allows more, just keeps it from being crowded. And it elevates confidence when a perimeter player can hit a 3 and then hit another 3, and it makes us better. Just makes us better.
Got time for a couple more here.
Coach, good win today. I wanted to highlight the aspect of physicality. So during the game, I noticed there was like a bunch of pushing and shoving, a lot of and-one opportunities, lots of turnovers. Was this just another good test of physicality for your team as they move forward, or is there more things you would like to improve on?
This is going to be the way it is. Welcome to the SEC. This is big-time women's elite basketball, and it's physical. But we'll bang with you. We'll bang with you. We may not have some of the muscular bigs inside, but we'll bang with you. And it's no different than well, it is a lot different than the last game, but it's going to always be physical.
How has Shai been doing the last few games as point guard?
I was just looking at her stats when y'all were talking to Flau'jae. She had 4 assists to 2 turnovers, which is very good, 2-1. She had 6 defensive rebounds. She was in there really helping the post and getting some of that. The 1 for 6, keep shooting it. Those were good shots you took. Those will fall. So, yeah, I think she's becoming more comfortable herself, and she's directing traffic better. She's learning a little bit more each game on, do I run here or do I set it up? Do I have a break here? When to throw it up the floor to your wings? I don't want to over dribble. Those are all things. And then on the defensive end, she's responsible for transition defense till they all get back. And then just being that leader in how you communicate on the defensive end. Switch. You take her. I got her. Okay, pick. Okay, hot. Okay, we got to kill. You know, just that she's doing more of.
All right, guys, thank you.